supposed to say, son of a bitch? Xenoblade is a perfect example of having a standard cliche feel, but put enough twist to make it fresh and interesting. You have Shulk, who his friends and him are on a mission to beat the bad guys. Sounds pretty cliche, right? You'll gather a few friends along the way and gain powers to stop them. Sounds pretty familiar, right? Even got a main evil bitch and a main evil guy to top it all off.
Face Nemesis. Your frame is complete.
The main focus is Shulk trying to get his revenge for watching his city burn to the ground in the first couple hours of the gameplay. Shulk isn't a weak person who is, going to become strong, nor is he a scaredy cat kid who turns brave like most Japanese RPGs. No, he's just a guy who watches his friends and family get torn apart by these gigantic robots, and now he's on a quest of revenge to kill these motherfuckers with his best friend. Sounds pretty cool, huh?
I'll kill you!
On the way, you meet more and more characters, have more and more twists, and that basically takes a toll on the story, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on, and who are the bad guys? And that, my friends, is where it gets interesting. The story isn't without its cheesy and cringeworthy moments, but honestly, you'll probably laugh at them or not really take them serious. It'll take you back to the old days when you have that awesome magical feeling playing those Japanese RPGs, and it remains fresh enough that you'll be like, what the hell is happening? And probably question what the fuck is Square Enix doing with their RPGs.
Grin at me, will you? What? Didn't even dent it!
Okay, so the graphics are, this is where it kind of kills me. Now, don't get me wrong. We know the Wii has its limitations, sadly. And the game would look even more stunning in HD. Also, my recording doesn't do the game justice, sadly. It looks a little blurred. But I'm here to tell you that Xenoblade World isn't only fun to explore, it's amazing on the eyes for the most part. Each area you explore is different and just really fun to tackle and try to explore every little area in those gigantic zones. The fighting looks good and the magic attacks can really look stunning at times. The amount of shit that's happening on screen might be a bit too much to follow at times, but it looks good, no doubt. The Wii limitations sadly hurt some of the cutscenes, such as the eyes being still and the mouths not moving, making some emotional scenes a bit hard to contact with. Like, I would cry if he didn't look like a doll. This though just makes me eager to see what the next game from these developers are going to put on the Wii U. Okay, so it's kind of impossible to cover everything in the gameplay, so I'm going to go over the things that really worked for it and what really didn't. The easiest game I could rate Xenoblade 2 if you want to get an idea of how the combat system works is Final Fantasy 12 or Magna Carta 2. It's the same MMO feel but with a far quicker battle system. You also get the exploring aspect a bit more than Magna Carta or Final Fantasy 12.
Now it's right time! Ronaldo, lend us your power!
I love the feel of the combat, to be honest, and switching between different special attacks to form combos such as toppling enemies and then dazing them or just knocking them out makes combat fun and exciting. My real beef with the battle system has to be the damn targeting system. It's not the most responsive thing, and when there's like around 10 enemies fighting and you're trying to get the right enemy to target, it just doesn't want to do it. Just doesn't want to. It drives me crazy. The amount of detail and customization though is great. You of course want to equip your guy with the best armor and weapons out there, duh. In doing so, you actually change how the armor looks completely with each piece of armor you put on. Sure, some of it looks, the same with a different color, but it's a nice change from just having armor stats change. I also like the fact that you go into detail with the art leveling up, which are basically the special moves in this game. Think like Tales of whatever. You want to upgrade and put them on your combo list, and it'll make for interesting combos that you might want to mess around with. Replayability right there. Leveling up skills is easy enough, and you even have trees, which makes it interesting to see which way you want to upgrade your character when you start the game and change it from the next time you play the game. So on top of all the combat and customization, you got plenty amount of exploring to do. The lands are big enough, and they carry enough secrets that you actually want to explore every little nook. It's something small to me, but a lot of Japanese RPG fans are going to love it.
I see it.
A cool change in the battle system is being able to see your character getting attacked and maybe killed before they do. Now, this is his I see the future thing going on, so you can change the course of the action by warning other characters or attacking them yourself with a strong enough attack or killing the enemy. Any of those things, putting them to sleep, it will change the future. It's a cool feature, but sometimes they keep showing every single attack and it gets really fucking annoying. Also, another small annoyance is not being able to switch characters in battle. I guess it would make far too easy battle system in that case, because then you can just switch to the healer, boom boom, everyone's healed, switch back to attacker. But, you know, the AI is sometimes on Persona 3 level, and I just want to slap it.
Child's play. Right. Let's go. Hey. Hammer. Hit.
On the side mission side, they're plentiful, but honestly, they're more of a pain in the ass to do than actually being fun. I grab most of them and just do them as I go along the main storyline, which you'll do maybe like 1/4 of them. But they're just not really that fun. I mean, you just kill things. It's very MMO fashion. It's just really boring. But whatever, there's plenty to do, and if people like that, that's awesome. Overall, though, Xenoblade just does so much right. It's really hard to fault any of the gameplay. Flaws aside, I had a blast 90% of the time I was playing Xenoblade, and I can't ever say I was actually bored, which is amazing. So, if you had to take a guess, do you think I'm liking Xenoblade? Do you think I'm really enjoying this game? Well, my enjoyment level is obviously fucking high with this beast of an RPG. It's a shining example of how a Japanese RPG should be made. Plenty of exploring, there's towns, lots of customization, a meaty and interesting story, and a great battle system. So I gotta say, Xenoblade has a lot going for it, with a couple of flaws. I would love to see a game in HD one day just like this, that I can cherish its awesomeness, its awesome story, and HD stunning graphics. I know plenty will love this game, and it could take over 60 hours to complete doing the side quest, but honestly, the game begins to drag a bit closer to the end for me. I'm a story guy, so 40 hours can be done with skipping most of the side quests, but even then it begins to drag a little bit. If you're a story guy like me, you want to get to the story quick as possible. You want to see what's happening next. And that kind of sucks because you got a lot of shit in the way and unnecessary filler at times. But if you just beat the whole game without the side quests, if you're a story guy like me, you can do it in about 40 hours, 45. Anyone who loves a lot of content, though, this game does not disappoint. I give Xenoblade a 9, and I can't wait to see more Japanese RPGs with this level of badnessness and awesomeness. That's right, awesomeness. One of the best RPGs I played this gen, and anyone who has a Wii should pick it up. It's time to give your Wii some action. Yeah, I said that on purpose. Do you get it? Okay. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.